Welcome, my name is Robin. Welcome to yoga. This is the third part of our beginner balance series. We're going to get started on our backs. You don't need anything except a mat. So we started the practice yesterday like this, on our backs. If it's not comfortable for you to be flat with your legs extended, you can bring the soles of your feet to the mat with your knees bent straight up to the ceiling. You can also take your feet as wide as the mat and knock your knees in towards one another. This might feel nice if you have any low back sensitivity. Whichever position you choose, feel your long spine. And notice your breath, smooth and steady, perhaps in and out through your nose if that feels comfortable. Just taking a moment to settle on your mat, no matter what you are doing right before this moment. And taking this time for you. Oftentimes in yoga we set an intention or an affirmation for our practice. You can do that now. Something like, I am strong, or even just one word, balance, for the body and the mind. Take a deep breath in, and a complete exhale, let it go. And if your knees are knocked into one another, place them so that they're vertical with the soles of your feet on the mat. Draw your right knee into your chest, and you can stay with your left leg on the mat, or you can extend the left leg, flexing the foot. Pulling that right knee up as high as possible without forcing it. And then holding on just with the right hand, taking your left hand either to rest on your left hip or to the mat. Take some circles of your right leg. I'm going counterclockwise right now, but whichever way you started. And then reverse the circles, trying to keep your hips steady, pulling that low belly in. And then draw the knee into the chest. Maybe curl your head, neck, and shoulders up without straining, pulling the low belly in. And then lowering the head and lowering the leg long. Just noticing the sensations in the body. Perhaps the right side of your body feels a little bit longer after that compression. And then draw the left knee into the chest. And keep your right leg long and flex the foot. Or you can bring the sole of the foot to the mat with your thigh vertical. Pausing here. Hugging in. Perhaps feeling the connection of your thigh on your abdomen. Massaging your internal organs. And then holding on to the left shin with just your left hand, taking your right hand to your right hip or down by the mat. Extending the right leg if your knee is bent, or keeping it where it is. Take some circles of your left leg. And then reverse the circles. And then hold, maybe drawing nodding your chin towards your chest, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders up. Not putting any strain on the back of your head. You can even cradle your head with your right hand. And then lower your head, extend the leg. Shake out the legs. Reach the arms over the head, getting that big stretch, flexing the feet. Not popping out your ribs, but pulling in your navel. And we're going to come up to a seat, so you can roll to one side, or you can hug your knees into your chest and start to rock and roll up, just like we did yesterday. Maybe catching a little air in boat pose, another balance. And then crossing your shins, stepping back to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Press the floor away, round your back, tuck your chin to your chest for cat pose. And then on your inhale, starting with your tailbone, lift your tailbone, pull your heart forward, maybe look up for a cow. Again, round. You can even tuck your toes here to find a stretch for the bottoms of your feet, which might feel really nice and can help with balance when we stretch out our feet. Keep going with your cat-cow with your breath, inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat for 2 more rounds. And then finding your neutral when you're done with that. If your toes are not tucked, tuck your toes. Wing your elbows out to the side and then wrap your elbows so that your triceps, the backs of your arms, point back towards your body. Your chest is nice and open. Your fingers are spread. Lift your knees, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Your hands are shoulder distance apart, your feet are hip distance apart, or even wider. And you can keep your knees really bent, or you can bend and straighten each leg, pedaling out through your heels. Taking another breath here. And then look towards your hands. You're going to walk your hands back towards your feet, one at a time, nice and slow. Feeling the connection of your heels with the mat, perhaps. As you go back, keep a bend in your knees if that feels good. Maybe shake your head or grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll pose. And then release your hands, roll up to stand or come up with a flat back. Reach your arms up over your head. And draw your hands through your heart to your sides. We're going to go through one sun salutation just to warm up before our balance posture today. Inhale, reach your arms up. Legs as wide as you need. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. We're at the back of our mat, so we're going to walk our hands forward and come to a plank position. So our shoulders are above our wrists, our fingers are spread. We're pulling in the belly, reaching our armpits up away from the floor. Our head is in line with our spine. Drop to your knees. Untuck your toes. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your mat. Press your toenails into the mat. Pull in your belly, gently press your pubic bone down, and inhale, peel your chest up so that you're in a little cobra, working your back muscles. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lift up, maybe hover your hands. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower. Press yourself up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and send your hips back up. Down dog. Take a breath here. And release. And look forward to your hands and take your time to step forward. Take a half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, maybe with a flat back. And exhale your hands through your heart to your sides. All right, Samastitihi. Hopefully you feel a little bit warmer in your body, feel the energy flowing through. With your feet parallel to one another, maybe hip distance apart. Gently feel like you can lift your kneecaps up, engage your quadricep muscles. Your belly stays nice and tight. Soft shoulders. Find your Samastitihi, your equal standing pose. And you're going to shift your weight into your left leg. Lift your right knee up, just like we did yesterday, maybe drawing the thigh up as high as possible. We did this on the floor just now. And then lower down. And switch, hugging in your left leg, lifting it up as high as possible, and maybe that's down here for today. Even hold under the thigh. You can always hold a chair or a wall. And then exhale, lower down and shake. Now, in yoga, we're generally with bare feet, but if it works better for your body, have shoes on for your balance, feel free. You're at home, listening to your body and doing what is best for you. Balance is something to be worked on every day. I always say that, whether you're brushing your teeth or washing the dishes, just a little bit of balance will help your mental state, will help your body. All right, we're going to add on to that. Shift your weight again into your left leg. Lift your right knee up. This time, just hold on with your right hand. So getting the shin as high as possible, your left hand can be outstretched for balance or on your hip. Feel that long line of your Samastitihi, your equal standing pose. And then we're going to open the right leg to the right. Squeeze that right glute. Find that external rotation of the hip, just like we did in the hip circles. Looking at something, maybe a point on the floor in front of you for your balance, your drishti. Another breath here. And then bring your knee back to center and exhale, release and shake. And we're going to switch. Again, the weight comes in to the right leg. You're lifting the left leg up, using your core to do that. See where you want to take your right hand. when you find your drishti, your focal point, open that left leg to the left, finding that external rotation, your drishti, your open chest and your tall spine. Your level hips, one more breath. And then draw the knee back to center and exhale, release and shake. All right, awesome work. I'm going to add on to that just one more time. Shift your weight into your left leg. Lift your, when you're ready, lift your right knee up. This time we're going to take a twist. So you might want to lower the leg or even put the toes down. You're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and open your right arm back, maybe looking back. Steady breath. And then look back to center and release and shake. And we're going to do the other side. So start off lifting the leg up, finding your balance. And then your right hand is going to come to your left leg. And your left arm is going to reach behind. Maybe turning your gaze, maybe lowering the leg if that works better today. So your hips are forward, but you're spiraling your ribs and your shoulders, maybe your gaze back over your left shoulder. And then come back to center and lower down and release. How did you do? It's not easy to stand on one leg, so shake it out. And whatever happened, it doesn't matter. It's just a practice. It's something to enjoy, to work on, and every day is different. And some days it might work, and some days it might not, and some days you might have to use the wall to turn. Whichever hand feels better. So you could play with that. You're going to flow down to the floor for some stretches before we finish. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Stretch your right leg back, flexing the foot, lifting it up about hip height, squeezing the glutes. Staying here or drawing your left arm forward by your ear in the spinal balance. Pulling your belly up and in. Long spine. And then lowering the hand, lowering the foot, shaking out the right wrist and switching, extending the left leg, lifting it up, squeezing your glutes, leveling your hips, maybe extending the right arm forward. And breathing. Pulling the belly in, getting really long in your spine. Another breath. And then exhale, releasing the right hand, the left wrist, shaking out the right wrist, shaking out the left wrist. And then come to a seat. Extending your legs out long in front. Hands by your hips. Flex and point your ankles. Maybe make some circles and switch the direction. And then keep your feet flexed. Take your left hand to the right thigh. Take your right hand behind your back like a kickstand. Lift up nice and tall and turn and twist to the right. Easier to balance and twist on the mat. And then inhale back to center, switch. Left hand behind you, tense it up, sit up nice and tall, turn and twist to the left. And then inhale back to center, lie down on your back. The soles of the feet on the mat, your knees up, your arms down by your side, maybe close enough with your heels that you can touch your heels for a bridge pose. Pull in the belly, wide chest. Start to lift your hips, your low back, your middle back up, snuggling your shoulder blades underneath you. Engaging the back body as you open up the front body, as if there was a block or a cushion in between your thighs, your inner thighs. You're hugging them in towards the midline. Holding onto the edges of your mat or interlacing your hands underneath your body. Reaching your sitting bones towards your heels, long neck. Soft shoulders, lots of space around your neck. Take another breath here. And then if your hands are clasped, release your clasp and slowly lower down. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Take your arms to a goal post. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. And then come to the middle. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Take a happy baby pose or any final posture. For your happy baby, feel the long spine on the mat. Maybe extend each leg. And then find your shavasana, either with your knees bent in that constructive rest or your legs outstretched, or even the soles of your feet together in the butterfly. You could prop yourself up on cushions or pillows if you have blocks. Just for a moment of rest to let the work incorporate into your body. Feel free to stay here as long as you need, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you're ready to come off of your mat, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug and roll to one side to pause. To think back to your intention or affirmation, what balance means to you. And then gently come up, press yourself up to a seat. Any comfortable seat. Reach your arms up over your head. Lower your right arm down, take a side bend, maybe look up at your fingers. Inhale back to center, side bend. Inhale to center, reach up. And draw your hands down to your heart. Gently lift your heart up towards your thumbs, relaxing your shoulders, feeling your sitting bones press down. Feeling your beating heart. All the love within. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the class, what other balance postures or other postures you would like to learn. And I hope to see you next time. Subscribe.